Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. We're up and running then. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
What's going wide left? Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support.
There's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Lewandowski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Arsenal with the corner. They're first.
Caralho, nunca mais eu jogo com sono.
And he's there to clear it. Great chance! Milan have the chance to go the other way. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, what a ball! And he was alert to it. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Messi. And here's Azar. Azar! Great effort, but no way through. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Silvestre. Can he get onto this? Messi. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Davids. Mbappe is flagged offside. And he's picked it up out wide, delivered with swing.
That's good defensive concentration.
Davids.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Azar. Great vision. So no flag here. Nice control. Gattuso deals with that comfortably. Serginho. Ibrahimovic. Xavi Alonso. Nicely spread. Beckham. He's picked his way through. And he lines up. Bullish header!
Golaço!
Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Chance!
Ui, pra fora.
And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy. You lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
There's plenty of space out wide here. Xabi Alonso.
Meu
Has
Deus,
been
que
cut short.
toque feio.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Serginho. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, that's neat. The ball goes in. Guardiola clears it away. Gattuso. Silvestre. Can he get on the end of this?
Que foi?
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Beckham, the regular corner taker. That's a foul, no two ways about it.
Ai, ainda
And
bem.
he is going into that little black book. And it's Messi. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Opts for safety. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Serginho.
Lançamento, hein?
And it's Davids. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. This looks promising. Xavi Alonso. Beckham has created one goal already. Serginho. It's gone out for a throw-in. Swung over. And it's Beckham. Beckham. Oh, that is a nice touch. It's beyond the defence. Ball in. Getting up there! Defending of the desperate variety. Mbappe. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Threads one in. And a chance!
Essa desgraça.
It's a goal! Arsenal are level. That was easy, almost two. And that is all they have time for. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And here's Lewandowski. Mbappe. Decent chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Beckham. Lahm. And it's Xavi Alonso. Serginho. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Lewandowski receives it in a wide position. Xavi Alonso. This is a promising build-up. Played with finesse. Oh, that's well spotted. Azar. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Looking for the run. Skriniar cuts out the pass. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Pass is just off target. Silvestre. Great ball if he can get there. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both
Numero
sides.
27. Numero 10. Xabi Alonso. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. Il numero 11. Hazard. Il numero 15.
Just beyond his reach.
Snyder. Attenzione
Almost an
alla
hour gone.
sostituzione. L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
Mbappe has got himself a free kick. Tries to pass it through. He is through here. Oh, important interception. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
An instinctive delivery. Davids.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, perfectly measured that. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 3.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 14.
Knocks it into space.
Il numero 20.
And he's whipped it across.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Neuer claims it. Safe hands. Modric. Now it's Barcola. Now it's Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Lam. Played over towards the opposite flank. That's very neat. In towards the back stick. Caught offside that time.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Gattuso does really well to win the ball there. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Bit too much weight on the pass. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Shot could be on. Onuachu, little pass back, and it's Lam. It's a good run down the right. Oh, that's nice. Played in, and it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nicely weighted ball.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Lam. That is good progress on the left. Davids, Barcola. Oh, well played, well played. That's going to go a long way. And we're done. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, that's it for tonight's match. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So things are underway. Romario, Jim, he hardly needs any introduction, does he? He's been there, done it all at the very highest level.
Yeah, one of the most prolific strikers ever and a real genius inside the penalty box. And he does it all with a style and a certain panache that's unique to him.
It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Pedri. Beckham.
Lam. There will be a throw-in.
And he's managed to gift it back. Spread it left. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Driving forward. He is through here. And here's Beckham. He's rising!
Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Onuachu. He's under a lot of pressure there. Onuachu. And it's Cruyff. Threads one in. Look at the space here. Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Cafu gets a foot in here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Somewhat off target.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Gattuso, he's got away. Now, can he find a finish? Silvestre.
Argentina definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Xavi Alonso. And they're on him in a flash. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Lam. Alonso.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Batistuta! Oh, good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Real chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Xavi Alonso. O'Shea. Can he get on the end of this? And that's a... And Batistuta!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
O'Shea spots it and intercepts. Xabi Alonso producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Lam. That is ended up in no man's land. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Batis goes for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
And now they can clear their lines. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Argentina have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
O'Shea. Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Played towards the other side. Silvestre. Now that's well seen too. That's it, 45 minutes up. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Facciamo gli auguri a tutti i tifosi che oggi festeggiano l'anniversario di matrimonio e che riceveranno un gentile omaggio. Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 30. Viene sostituito con il
Second period is on the way.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either.
Shoots! Corner number 2 then. Milan are looking to go forward now. He has found the way through. Lam is in a really good position out wide. Very nicely done. Has crossed into the middle. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Ibrahimovic is onto this. Knocks it into space. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net. Just as they wanted it. Just when they wanted it. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Argentina can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And this is Silva. It's a goal kick. Serginho being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And it's Pedri.
Shot, surely! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than...
And this is Batistuta. Gattuso. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Played in. Oh, good climb! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 10. Xabi Alonso. Numero 27. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18. Bale. Il numero 5. Lampard.
Cafu.
Il numero 11. Hazard.
Now it's Puskas.
La sostituzione.
Looking for the run. And this is Puskas. Puskas has been caught there. It's a foul. Totti considers his options. An opportunity then to pull clear here. That was travelling. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Great vision. And he's got away. And Puskas! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Puskas goes short. Now it's Puskas. And this is Mane. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lampard. Lahm scooting forward. Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Hazard. Beckham. Ball swung in. Desai is there, and he can get that clear.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Puskas. Now, can they get him away? Dani Olmo. Oh, important interception. So, what can they make of this? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down, as opposed to two.
Now that, and the shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Argentina clearly now in lead preservation mode. And it's Lampard. Goes for the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Dani Olmo. Now it's Puskas. Tries to pass it through. Dani Olmo. Chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he welcomes it in. Hazard. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He's found a way through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Beckham. Lahm. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right position.